Hi there, my name is Philippa Berg, and I'm a realtor with Royal LePage here in the Comox Valley. Today, I just wanted to take the opportunity to chat with you a little bit about our local real estate market. There's lots of questions that people have as to why are prices on the rise? Why is inventory so low? Can this market be sustained? Are the Vancouver buyers coming? How is this going to affect the Comox Valley? So before getting into all of that, I want to take a look at sort of what started all of this. So there was a significant correction in our market right after the peaks of 2007 and 2008. The market turned into a strong buyer's market where there was lots of inventory to choose from. Prices then jumped around a bit for about 5 years and then bottomed out in the fall of 2015. Inventory then started to tighten up, and consequently, our prices started to rise. So by the spring of 2016, prices started their sustained upward trend. So if we look at a snapshot of the market back up for 2017, last month, those are our most recent stats put out by the Vancouver Island Vancouver Real Estate Board. The average price for a single family home selling was $467,000. So I'll say that again. The average house price in the Comox Valley for single family homes was $467,000. Now, keep in mind this is based on an average of only 50 single family homes selling. So if we look back over a 12-month period to give us a better idea, the average house price in 2016 in February was $383,000. So we are still up 22%, which is really significant. Our inventory remains low, and the number of sales in the last 12 months jumped up 23%. So homes at one point that would have been considered overpriced were actually starting to sell. We had 1,024 single-family homes sold in the last 12 months compared to only 832 in the previous 12 months. So what's fueling all of this market activity? Well, first of all, it's migration. People are moving into BC, and the Comox Valley is attracting new residents at a higher rate than most rural areas in BC. We've also got affordability. So the benchmark price for detached single-family homes in Vancouver is around the 1.4 million, and Victoria is around 638. Then we've got the chicken and egg scenario, whereby we've got low supply, great demand. But according to the last VIREB, Vancouver Island Real Estate Board buyer profile that was done in 2015, 35% of the sales were actually buyers within our same area. 15% were coming from Vancouver Island and only 9% coming from Vancouver. So I suggest that a more recent analysis would probably showing a greater percentage of buyers coming from outside the Comox Valley. I know on a personal note, I'm working with far more buyers coming from Vancouver, and I'm not speaking directly to military buyers that come each spring. Those posting messages haven't come out yet. These are buyers that are cashing in on high markets and then coming here. So even though Vancouver, the number of sales is down 58%, we are still seeing people selling and coming here. And then, of course, we've got our low vacancy rate, and CMHC saying it's about 0.06% right now. 0.6% right now, which means we have a very limited supply of rental properties, and people are starting to choose to sell their investment properties because they're realizing the rents that they're receiving on those properties isn't as high as if they were to cash out on the market at that time. Then, of course, we've got the lure of the Comox Valley, and all of us have come to the Comox Valley for our various reasons. Basically, lifestyle and climate has been the big draw, along with this, the military base. And then, of course, the airport. It's the longest, third longest airway strip in BC. We've got direct daily flights from Vancouver, Victoria, Calgary, Edmonton, and holiday destinations. And then, of course, Harbour Air, going from Vancouver Harbour to Victoria Harbour, which is great for people that work in those communities. And then the Inland Island Highway. That made a big, big difference for the Comox Valley because it was a direct route to Victoria in a shorter period of time and to BC Ferries as well in Nanaimo. Mount Washington, that was purchased last year. The plan for that is now to make it more of an all-season destination opposed to just for skiing, and they're building infrastructure up there. So we're starting to see more development happening up for that mountain. 19-wing CFB Comox continues to expand. And then, of course, we've got our new $331 million regional hospital that's due to open this fall. I don't think we should forget about North Island College. I know when I first moved here about 15 years ago, the college didn't offer a lot of degree programs. It was 2-year diplomas, and then kids were having to go elsewhere, Victoria, Vancouver, Kelowna, or further away to complete their degrees. And then some of them definitely weren't coming back. So more recently, we're also seeing investment into our retail sector with the purchase of our mall and tourism sectors. Then we look at, even for an example, is the Kingfisher. Their owner there has just spent a couple of $1 million putting in a wine bar and a high-end restaurant. A little taste of Vancouver right here in the Comox Valley, and I can speak from experience. The dessert is fantastic. So we're seeing more and more people coming over from cities, cashing in and investing money in the Comox Valley because they see the potential for growth and to enjoy living here. So what to expect for 2017? Prices are expected to continue to rise into 2017. How fast that happens is going to depend on how many listings hit the market. But increase in single-family home prices in the 2 to 5, maybe 7% are not out of the range of possibilities. I do not have a crystal ball, but this is my what I predict. And single-family home prices, we'll just have to keep a close eye on those. So speak to your realtor on a regular basis for that. The number of sales is likely to drop in 2017, as they often do after a peak year, and I expect a drop of maybe 10%, unless, of course, we start to see more inventory. List-to-sell ratios are still going to be in strong favor of sellers. Sellers will continue to be in the driver's seat. And I think we're going to continue to attract people moving, relocating from the mainland and outside of BC to the beautiful Comox Valley. Higher-end specialty waterfront properties, I think they're going to sell at a faster pace than they did in 2016 and previous to that. I think, again, deeper pockets. People are looking for beautiful homes and have the money to purchase them here. And multiple offers, I think, are going to remain quite prevalent. Whereas before it was a once in a while thing. More and more properties, if they're priced appropriately, go into multiple offers or selling for list price or a little bit above. We're not seeing a lot of the very, very tremendous high-priced offers on top of multiple offers, but that's not to say that couldn't happen, but I'm not seeing it yet. So overall, I expect the market to continue to favor home sellers in 2017 and into 2018, unless, of course, we experience a major change in the number of listings, prime interest rates, or government policies. Before saying goodbye, I just wanted to draw a quick parallel to a community, Kelowna. I grew up in Penticton, and around 30, maybe a little bit longer than that, years ago, the Coquihalla went in. And what that did is it actually bypassed Penticton as the once hub of the Okanagan, a very strong retirement community, and was well known for Peach Fest. But what that highway did is it provided a direct link to Vancouver. So people were being able to live in Kelowna and work in Vancouver a couple of hours away. It also connected people throughout the province as well. So that was a key indicator of what brought a lot of growth into Kelowna. Aside for their lifestyle and climate, it was the transportation infrastructure. And then along with that came their airport. And I think the establishment of these transportation links then gave further further stimulated the health, education, civic, and housing infrastructure. So Kelowna has a $632 million hospital going in along with their interior health building. They also have attracted Westcorp Development, which is a 200-room, $65 million waterfront hotel. We are not seeing that yet here. UBC Okanagan campus, has an annual payroll in that community of $886 million, and it injects an estimated $1.5 billion or $2 billion if you include Okanagan College into the area, which is incredible. They're estimating that about 60% of the graduates are choosing to stay there in the community, and this injection of young, talented, and educated people are then reinvesting back into the community. So you're really getting this cycle here of not just retirees in Kelowna, but young families that are coming from work, they're coming to educate, and they're staying within the area. Tourism still remains an economic driver for Kelowna, although as far as it provides visibility, it pales in comparison to post-secondary institutions and as far as economic growth and stimulation. Kelowna, like us, has been revitalized the downtown core. They've got beautiful beaches, they've got the lakes, we've got the oceans, restaurants, brew pubs, vineyards, wineries, cultural events, musical events, golf courses, hiking, biking, a lot of similarities to what we have here, very diverse vacation options. They do have a very large blossoming tech sector, whereas we have our military base. So there is a lot of parallels between those two communities. They're just further ahead than us. They have estimated to have had about 20% growth in their population in the last 10 years. So managing that growth is obviously something that they're faced with, and they're now faced with some challenges because of that. So like us, it's going to be a balance between how to retain our rural charm and heritage while managing the growth and the prosperity of the Comox Valley. Unlike Kelowna, they're experiencing a lot of commercial sprawl of strip malls and box stores. We haven't seen that yet, but we are facing some of the similar problems as far as affordable housing. So these are things that we can learn and we can draw a parallel from Kelowna versus the Comox Valley, and they're similar drivers of their housing market versus ours. So looking at two communities that were both once affordable retirement communities, offering lifestyle, climate, with the expanding transportation and health sector, this is something that's stimulating both of the communities, but the basics are here in the valley. We're beautiful. We've got the climate. We've got the transportation infrastructure. We've got our major civic employer military base, new hospital. We've got North Island College. We've got an expanding agricultural sector, which I forgot to mention, which is very, very instrumental for Comox Valley. And then, of course, our retail and tourism sectors. So we really are the hub of the Central Island. We've still got the affordability factor. So to answer your question, can the Comox Valley real estate market sustain itself? I believe it can. I believe that we have been discovered, and I think we are going to see more and more people seeing all of the advantages to living in the beautiful Comox Valley and coming our way. So any questions, feel free to give me a call. My name is Philippa Berg, and I'm with Royal LePage here in the Comox Valley. Thanks. Have a good day.